Hi, this is Jordan Longwell, and I am making a video to talk about the research study that I did this semester. I want to start off by just saying my study, I gathered all the participants at Nebraska Methodist College, so all the 30 participants were from the college. They were of both genders and mostly were female. My questions were conducted inside the classroom and in the study areas of the college. Each individual was surveyed individually away from other students for privacy. I created my own survey, which consisted of 3 questions. In order to gain more opportunity to explain a change in the student's GPA, so I asked what their GPA was. I asked them to rate their quality of sleep, and then I also asked them what their average hours of sleep were on a daily basis, or I guess I should say nightly basis. They were asked to, I wanted to determine the strength and correlation coefficients between the GPA and those 2 variables. So defining my variables, my independent variable was the amount of sleep and the person's rated quality of sleep. And so that sleep was based off the quantified average hours of sleep in a night in the last year. So that kind of got rid of like if they had, a bad couple weeks or just like the last week or then just average over the last year. Because GPA doesn't just pop up. It's every semester. It's throughout your years. So this includes times getting up to the restroom and snacks. So if you wake up at night and fall back to sleep within 2 hours, I said that still counts as a full night's sleep. Quality sleep was surveyed on a scale of 1 to 10 on a Likert scale. Participants were told on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, you think your sleeping is as restless as possible, and 10, you are sleeping as restful as you can. My dependent variable will obviously be the student's GPA then. Like I said before, the data was collected on hours slept on a ratio scale and the quality sleep on the Likert scale. And after plugging all this information in, I don't have any cool slides. I don't know how to make videos that well, so I just have some hard copies here. I have the Pearson's correlation coefficient that's in my paper, and I did that for the quality and for the hours. And for the hours, I found a 0.09, and for quality, I found a 0.14. And so after looking that up in my old notes, I saw that that is on the weak to no relationship at all. So it only accounts for maybe 14% of Y for the quality. So I found no relationship, no significance was observed between the variables. And during this, with these results, there was a lot going on throughout after I asked the questions. What I could have done differently, my participant group, for future research, if I ever wanted to conduct a study on this again, because this is something I am really interested in. I did choose to go with all upperclassmen. So this could be due to many things, like if mostly all the upperclassmen in the nursing classes, they are pretty well dedicated to their schedules and it doesn't affect their GPA as much, or else they probably would not have made it this far into the program. So my thinking is maybe next time get a larger sample from lower classmen or even in different programs as well, because I know the nursing program is quite difficult. So yes, that was another point. It was all nursing students, so getting into maybe other universities if I ever got permission in the future for that. Other things, there's so many factors clearly that could go into this because I didn't find any significance. I didn't ask anybody what kind of jobs they had or if they even had jobs at all. I know a lot of the students in my classes, they all have full-time jobs and they're going to school full-time, so that could severely affect what kind of sleep they're getting. But they've made it to this point, so they make it work for themselves. Also didn't ask about their family life. I know there's a lot of students that have kids, are married, have families, and that's a whole huge responsibility that could totally affect how much sleep everybody's getting. and just so many other things that could influence that. Social life, other requirements, like I'm in the military, I'm required to go overseas or train or anything, and there's nothing I can do about it. And that would affect sleep, stress levels, any kind of mood stuff. In one of the articles that I referenced, they did talk about mood and how that would affect some of the sleep. And some studies said that it doesn't affect it at all. So, and especially in this case with the students where they've gotten in the program, I would assume that they've already coped with all these things outside that could affect their sleep, and that's why I found no correlation in this. But it would definitely be something I want to look at again, because I do feel like there is something with sleep, but maybe not with this specific participation group.